Hey, Leilani with the Magical Solution here. Did you know that starting today, September 1st, all the way through October 4th, it's the season of creation? So if you've never heard about this holiday, it's totally okay. It's pretty new. It started in 2015. Actually, it started in 1989, but it was official in 2015 by Pope Francis when he wrote his letters entitled Laudato Si. And these letters basically refer to the season of creation. Now, the season of creation starts September 1st with the prayer of creation. And each day and each week has a theme to it. And then it ends on October 4th with the feast day of St. Francis of Assisi, who, as we know, is the patron saint of ecology. So, what is the season of creation? The season of creation is a time for all of us to reconnect with nature, to reevaluate our role as stewards and shepherds of nature, to reassess our interconnectedness with nature. What are we doing? How are we interacting? How are we giving back? I personally love this time of year because it is a wonderful time to decolonize your spiritual practices. And if you haven't already started doing that, this is a great time to start. Decolonizing our spiritual practices does not require you to have to rewind time and try and live in the past. Instead, it asks you to look at some of the ancient philosophies that allowed societies to thrive and at the same time allowed them to not leave a big footprint behind. So, one of the main topics that I encourage people to research during the season of creation and during their pursuit of decolonizing their practices is the concept of animism. I highly suggest looking up this concept and seeing how in your spiritual practices this is exemplified, if at all. Another subject that I encourage everyone to research, as it is vital to the decolonizing of our spiritual practices and to understanding the season of creation, is releasing, absolutely just removing, ripping out from your consciousness the concept of anthropocentrism. Hopefully I said that correctly. It's a big word. Another way that you can participate in the season of creation and decolonize your practices is to actively get out there in your community, volunteer in your local food gardens, community gardens, food pantries, local park cleanups, or you can start simple, start at home, start with your own personal day-to-day activities. Where in your life do you tend to overconsume? Do you leave the water running when you're brushing your teeth? Do you buy too many groceries and end up throwing a lot of it out? Do you forget to pick up after your dog when goes to the bathroom? These are all ways in which you can participate small in your own day-to-day life. Or you can go big. You can go big and donate to local indigenous communities or POC communities who are actively out here working to preserve the local ecology and ecosystem in your area by, refortifying the soil, cleaning the water, cleaning the air, coming up with technologies that will help with recycling and over pollution. Shoot, you can even go to your congressman or senator and really advocate and fight for your local area or your state. But the juicy part about the season of creation, the piece of it that anyone can do at any time, anywhere, is the part that I think is probably the most important part, which is prayer. We're not just praying for a better world. We're not just praying for world peace. We're not just praying for, the lives of animals and the rainforests, and we're not just praying to protect people from natural disasters. No, we're praying for the moral and spiritual evolution of everyone on this planet. Because what Pope Francis and what Saint Francis of Assisi, who is the patron saint of ecology, are both really trying to say when we are discussing the season of creation, they are talking more about the technological advances, the scientific advances, the mechanical advances that are being driven by corporations, by greed, by overconsumption, and being driven by the concepts that I had just explained, or not explained, I'm asking you to research, and make sure you leave me a comment to let me know what you find. But that these technologies and these sciences are being driven not by the preservation of life and the preservation of the natural world around us, but by consumption. And so praying for the spiritual and moral development of everyone around us is about matching our moral and spiritual selves with the sciences and the technologies that we are creating. Because right now, the science and the technologies are way out here, and we're still way back here, emotionally, morally, and spiritually. And so if we can catch up with our technologies so that we know how to better handle and better guide these technologies to work for us and not against us, is one of the main reasons why we have the season of creation and why we need to focus on how we can be more in tune, more in balance, more in harmony with nature, utilizing our sciences, utilizing our technologies, utilizing our machines, and not destroying everything in the meantime. These prayers are part of the decolonizing of our spiritual practices, because it's about bringing people back to those indigenous philosophies, those indigenous roots of that interconnectedness, of the animism, of seeing God in all things, and that you yourself are part of all those things. No better, just part of. Anyway, I really hope that you enjoyed this information. I hope that you guys find a reason for the season, and I hope you leave me comments and let me know how your season of creation is going. What are you doing? How are you praying? How are you participating? I want to know all the things. Make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe, but most of all, remember, this is how we grow. I'm Leilani with The Magical Solution. Thanks for watching.